Welcome back, disc golf fans. This is the final round, front nine coverage of the 2021 Waco Annual Charity Open presented by Prodigy Discs. I am Brian Earhart, joined here again by Nate Perkins, and we are capping off this wild Pro Tour event. What are the conditions like today, Nate?
Yeah, biggest story today, Brian, is that the wind has died. No more wind out of the south. The first three holes we are going to play in dead calm conditions.
And we have two familiar faces and two new up-and-coming players. We have Raven Newsom, a phenomenal player from MVP, and Gannon Buhr, the youngest ever 1,000-rated player who throws exactly like Will Schustrick of old times past. A wonderful, wonderful card we have today, obviously with Ricky and Calvin. And starting out hole number one, this changes a bit with the wind being down.
It sure does, yeah. It was playing so difficult in the ripping wind conditions. Nearly dead calm today. It still gives you those nerves though, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Give it up for your two-time world champion.
Those trees right there, low and to the right, if you hit those are out of bounds.
Yes.
So you're re-teeing pretty much. Ricky looks like he's lining up wide hyzer.
Whoa. A lot wider.
That is a tragic mistake, and it didn't look like it crossed. It got so close to that line.
Wow.
Is that a re-tee?
I believe that would be the most comfortable option for him. I think what he was reading is, you know, when I teed off, I felt a similar wind. It was actually a slow cross to the left. And he was maybe trying to take that into consideration. And now Calvin is making the adjustment to go straight at it.
AVR X3. Oh, check
Great
up, and it
shot.
does. A lot of these players we were watching the holes, the players before us tee, and we were watching so many discs hit by the bucket and just take that roll down the hill out of bounds.
And we've seen Raven Newsom is a Woods player from the North Carolina area, which is Woods paradise for disc golf, and Raven has been popping off some big finishes at some previous events.
He just won an A-tier down in Texas, in Victoria, the weekend before Vegas.
Yeah, look how snappy his wrist is on that throw. That is such a Charlotte-esque throw.
Yeah.
Beautiful, straight up the gut shot. Park job.
Out in front of his body like that, making sure that he hits that gap.
Give it up for Gannon Buhr.
And Gannon is, I've played with Gannon before, and it's almost eerie in how close his form is to prime Will Schustrick.
And their body type.
Yes.
Shoestrings.
And
lanky.
On Prodigy as well. Coincidence?
Get up. Just high enough. And there's that roll.
Oh, no.
That's the roll everybody had been watching. No.
He is re-teeing.
He's throwing a forehand. He's changing his play completely.
He's really thinking about that crosswind.
That's a pig. It's low.
And he's 40 short.
For a boat. This is for his bogey 4. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And the Prodigy basket decided to slowly drop that into the basket. Great putt from Gannon. That's going to be a drop. It's going to be a OB3. And Ricky lining up his 5 from almost 30 feet.
High left is good again. That is a really tough way to start this final round.
Ricky is continuing the style of round that we commentated on yesterday. All sorts. And I may have been speaking while Raven was putting. So sorry. Sorry about that, Raven. Left side, he is going to drop in a par, which on this hole, without the wall blocking the OB right, not too bad. And Calvin gets the lone birdie here. Hole 1, 291 feet, averaged over par on round 3 with no wind. 3.28, a strangely challenging opening hole. And we're going to move into number 2. With these conditions today, we're going to see some long pushing hyzer flips to really make that second shot a lot easier on the players. It takes away a lot of the treachery when you can really push up the fairway. Calvin, one of the best subtle hyzer flip throwers on tour, bombs a destroyer, just catches a little bit of those high branches.
Ooh, it's low and turned over. Oh, no.
The worst possible kick you could get, OB.
You said it, Brian. That is uncanny how similar to Will.
Ricky gets it off nicely.
Oh, wow.
And, you know...
No, slow down.
Oh, my gosh.
That is so hard to do. He has crossed the sidewalk on the left side. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, and that turned over late.
Safe, I believe. Full commit to that sidearm flex.
Needs a catch edge. That's a great shot from way back there.
It's up to about 34 feet. That's the way you want to start it. Oh,
What?
no.
Almost dunks it from 250 out.
The tops of these Prodigy baskets are trampolines, Nate.
Yeah, they are. We saw Macbeth hit the top of the basket and skip 100 feet left out of bounds to start this tournament. No. Just didn't quite get that in the air. This might be the toughest start I've seen from Ricky on camera, at least. Double bogey, bogey.
And a couple of just, I mean, not amazing shots, but a couple of really nasty reactions off of those bad shots, too. It's one thing to throw a rough shot, but it's another thing to have a rough shot and be brutally punished for it 3 times already.
And with these conditions today, we all know what's going on. We need to score. Everybody needs to start hot, stay hot if they want to move up.
The Firebird has changed my life. I think that without the commitment shown to me from Innova to make this disc in 2015, I would never have made the leap to take my game to a level where I can call myself a US champion, a top 10 player in the world. In my mind, the Firebird is the greatest disc ever made.
Hole number 3, par 3, another one of these challenging hyzer shapes. If you swing it too wide, there's a hill that'll block your skip with a lot of thick clover. You have to kind of commit to this high shot.
Oh, Calvin goes with the medium hyzer, just a little too straight. Oh, look at this baby flex line from Gannon.
Oh, and just the typical ninja branch on these courses, like so many strong twigs high up on these trees.
Ninja branch meaning tough to see.
Tough to see and powerful.
You don't see them until it knocks your disc out of the air,
Exactly.
and then you don't forget it.
Ricky going flick. This looks good if it sits
great.
down.
Oh, yes.
That's a bounce back right there for Ricky. Perfect flick. Little lazy chip shot there for Calvin. Raven got a little nasty kick or skip here.
Whoa.
He might be laying this one up.
So far up the hill.
Oh, yeah. As much as parring in these conditions never feels good, if you're taking bogey strokes out here, especially in round 3, you are dropping down the leaderboard very quickly. Everyone's coming into this tournament kind of in the same position, trying to just claw their way to a decent finish. There's so many players here capable of shredding this course. And the wind was a pretty good separator of that. As our card is going to tap out some pars. Ricky still has not putted yet. Fantastic forehand.
All right, hole 4. It's a par 4, only 440 feet, but it is a tight fairway. This is the ideal landing spot right here. Basket sits right on the edge of the Brazos River. Very scoreable, but the rough is rough, guys.
Nice and low, little fade from Ricky. And
That
sit.
is
Perfect.
ideal. He's going to be looking directly at the pin from there. Notice these players like to attack this low. It's a safe way to attack this hole. Anything high in woods like this, if you get the kick, you often get the worst end of the kick as you can go further into the woods than if you hit low on the trees.
Exactly. And that's something out here. Nice shot from Raven.
Wow, look at that touch.
That is something that woods players especially think about, is what side is better to miss on.
Yeah.
So, you know, affecting your strategy based on some of these holes that are a little fluky to get through. Great up there from Calvin.
Little awkward straddle forehand for Gannon here.
Not bad. And he'll have something from there. He has definitely the range to get up there. Something overstable.
Oh,
Nope. And I said fluky before. I really don't want to take away from this hole because I think it's a fantastic old school par 4. It's one of those holes where you have to choose a side of the fairway to be on based on what shot you like throwing next, is more what I was talking about.
And it's so tight, it can be tough to do that. Oh, he loved it. That's a scary putt, too. I mean, it's a steep drop off behind this basket toward the river.
Yeah.
Very upright. Gannon's very upright when he releases those putts.
He has a really beautiful stroke, kind of that modern push putt with a lot more spin on it than it used to be.
Very effortless.
And players like this are influencing players to adopt this style of putt. Great birdie there for Ricky. There's another. He is almost out of the woods in regards to undoing those bogey strokes from the beginning. Three for 4 for Calvin.
very methodical there, even on the 12-footer. Can respect that.
Oh, yeah. And he actually just got done getting surgery recently.
If you want future content, be sure to check out my channel, Ricky Saki Bomb Wysocki on YouTube, and I'm going to be posting all kinds of new footage, new content throughout the year. Thanks for watching.
Hole number 5, par 3, straight uphill. A lot of players are parking this, not landing it on the flat spot, but jamming it into the hill. A lot of mid-ranges here.
It's going to anti-skip right.
Didn't quite get up top.
Yeah, if you hit on the right side of this hill, it likes to anti-skip even further right. If you hit left, it'll often anti-skip and up toward the pin. Ricky's still going to have that circle's edge look from the brush. Oh, it's wide.
He sneaks through quite a bit. He should have just an easy up and down. It's the right side that gets really thick.
Yeah, so you mentioned Gannon had surgery. I believe he tore his ACL.
Yes, and he just recovered from it, and I had brought that up because...
Oh, no.
You know, I had brought that up because he had posted a lot of him just putting and putting and putting in his basement, just going stir crazy, not being able to be on the course, and I think a lot of this work he's been putting in is starting to obviously pay off.
Very cool to see someone recover from an injury like that.
Nasty injury.
Be back here competing at a high level.
Little up and down from Raven. And here's Ricky with that circle's edge putt.
Yeah. What a gamer to go double bogey bogey and then string 3 in a row like that.
And he's back to even. Ooh, boy.
Just over the rim. It's in, though. We talked about it before, Brian, but this is the style of course that you really need to find that rhythm at. You really need to pick up a few early birdies and get in that comfortable, confident rhythm. These holes are very scoreable.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're off, it kind of spirals the mind a little bit. Hole 6, it's a par 3, 267. The gap right here in the middle is the only one to fly through. It's only 10 feet across. It's a blind shot. You need speed control as well. You don't want to go too deep.
Yeah, I think that's the trick with this hyzer play.
Wow. Look at that pig. Just
That's going to be 4 in a row for Ricky. The hyzer is an okay play. You do have to watch the speed in which you hit the ground because it's sloping away from the basket. Calvin has also put it next to the basket.
Pured.
Kicks him left, and that might be a tough up and down.
Yeah, early enough left or right on this hole can be a very quick bogey.
And Raven just can't capitalize either on that forehand. And this isn't an easy shot either. Inside.
Slow down. Circle's edge.
35.
Down the hill.
Good shot.
Awesome shot from Gannon. From the knee, flex sidearm.
This is a big putt for his round. Yes.
And you talk about momentum, and it's situations like this. You let a bogey get away from you on a hole like this, which is not the toughest hole in the course. It really can spiral your confidence because of how precise you have to be off the tee here.
And he's already 1 over through the first 5. I mean, it's getting out of hand. Calvin just in front of that tree that kind of acts like a bunker on the backside of that green. If he went any deeper, it could be an unmakeable putt.
Yes. We're going to move into number 7. We have yet to see an eagle on this one. Today's conditions will be the best opportunity for that. Let's see how many sidearms we see off the tee here.
I'm ready for one right here, Ricky.
It's a beautiful shot to watch. We've seen it happen in the past.
And he's got it all day long.
Big flex.
Oh, it flipped.
Big flex out of the hand.
It's in the bowl. He's circle 1.
Wow. There it is.
No.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
And if you're throwing the backhand here, the slower the disc, the better. Really, you just
don't
get out
need
into the
distance.
field. Exactly.
You can go too far and left and pinch yourself off.
I know that feeling.
Right there, that might still be in position for a little pitch up, but even that is kind of a tougher angle than you would like.
Yeah, we're seeing players throw kind of a straight neutral mid-range on the backhand, and that right there is perfect positioning.
Beat it.
Little rhino for Calvin. And sit. Little death putt.
Yeah, don't want to go too long on this one. Pretty steep right there in that bolt.
Great play from Gannon. Here we go. Here's the eagle putt that we've been waiting for. There he goes. Forget
4
that double
birdies
bogey.
in a row and an eagle is the optimal way to
Pretty good.
recover from a double single start. There we go. On the board. He says it. It means something. The first birdie means something.
Oh, yeah. The course can be exhausting. There are some rounds you play here where it seems like your good drives are not in position to even score. So to get one of those opportunities and capitalize on it feels great. And we're going to move into number 8. We have seen a lot of players mess this one up. It's such a specific little angle. If you're throwing the backhand, you have to throw this touchy hyzer flip. And if you're throwing the flick, it has to go very straight. Still decent spot, about 25 feet. Ricky is catching some fire quickly.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nothing. There's nothing that far back there. This is such a touchy little backhand. Sneak.
And he almost got it. That was probably a PA4 or some sort of beat up putter that he was throwing. Oh boy.
Slow down. Oh, he got a little bit of help. This is a death putt.
Oh, yes.
Huge putt from the kid.
Great stroke.
He's 15 years old, Brian?
Yes. And he became 1,000 rated at 14, I believe.
Oh, and Calvin really had nothing. Wow.
Great
That
putt.
was beautiful. The way that he got that nose up and started it so low, it just lifted the whole way with a little bit of wobble.
Beautiful putt. And the fire continues for Ricky Wysocki.
Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the support, through purchasing my Quantum Dracos from Millennium and my Halo Destroyers from Nineveh. Hope to see you again soon.
Hole 9, par 4, 519 feet down this tight alleyway and then dogleg right. This is one of those holes where the drive can be the difference between a 3 and a 6 really quick.
This hole averaged a 5.44.
Really?
With no wind.
1.4 strokes over par. That's what a redirection.
Such a good shot from Ricky. This is the highest level tee shot this course has. Low ceiling. Has to push forward. There's no hyzer allowed. There's jail off to the left. And to stop it, you have to throw a good shot and stop it in the bowl to get a look at birdie. And that's it right there.
Beat those last ones, though. That you can't score from there. You really can't get inside the circle from that shot. Beat it. And that's the real, I don't want to say bummer, but the real difficulty of a course like this is Calvin's line was piped, and he was just an inch off, and and that's when you get the bad redirections into the rough.
And that's where your strategy comes in with, you know, am I going to try to get to the bowl, or am I going to bet against the field and take a 4 and throw mid-range off the tee? Slower the disc, the slower the kick. But these top players are not going to be opting for that. Raven's still up to a good spot.
Wow, what a shot.
Great shot.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. The stars are aligning for Ricky.
Back-to-back redirects.
What a roll bounce.
And Raven and Ricky both have putts for a birdie 3.
Scary green to throw that steep of a hyzer on, but he's stuck. Is he going to get another 3? Oh my!
This is insane. 8 down through the last 7 holes after starting 3 over.
Look at this little spin Annie.
What is this?
And then, doink!
Oh, that's the best
Doink.
putt we've seen all tournament. Ricky Wysocki.
That was such a clean spin flex shot. Perfect putt. Ricky took 2.44 strokes on the field with that birdie. Or should I say eagle? Calvin's going to take a bogey.
That's not a bad 5, though, after
No.
kicking directly right.
No, definitely not. The bogey still takes strokes on the field. This is reminding me of 12 at Northwoods. Taking a 5 feels like you won the tournament.
And this one is maybe half the distance or a little
less than
half the distance. Yeah. Interesting how the shape of a hole and the width of the fairway can lead to a similar score.
And you just love, like, watching a player his age, and he's probably heard this a million times, but I just, the patience from a young player like that is, you know, for a kid his age, the disc part of disc golf comes easy. The golf part of disc golf is not natural to really anybody. There you have it for the front 9. We have some exciting rounds going right now, especially Ricky Wysocki, who is 8 down through the last 7 holes of the round. Look at this leaderboard. We have some serious battles happening right now.
Ricky is still in it.
And he very well could take this down. Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube. Again, Brian Earhart, Nate Perkins.
I'm ready for this back 9.
Let's go. We are signing off. We'll catch you on the back 9.